Utopia and mark it with balloons. Today I'm going to show you how to make a monkey on a palm tree hat. This one's really fun, great for any kind of tropical theme party or just for fun. So to start out, we've got two 260s that are fully inflated, and what we're going to do is we're going to give them a good stretch because we want to get some length out of them. And of course, these have already been burped and tied, so you remember how to give them a good burp. Let some air out. And we're going to take this one too. And we have my assistant Carlos here. Carlos, if you wouldn't mind holding this, all right? And I'm just going to twist off a bubble and measure his head, just like that. And so what we have now is basically a stick hat. And here, you can just hold that for a second. Okay, and I'm going to do it again with the second balloon. Just like so. So now we have two stick hats that are the same. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this stick hat and we're going to find the center of it and we're going to squeeze one side and twist just like that so that now it has a little divide in it. And we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put them together like this, so that we're going to take this little bubble here and wrap it around, just like that. And here we're going to take this little bubble and wrap it around, just like that. So now we have a football with two sticks. Okay, and so we're going to kind of take it and crisscross it, squeeze it and twist them together. And now I'm just going to put one side under just to kind of lock it in. And let's give it a little twist, okay? And now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to spiral these two pieces together. Just like that. And squeeze and twist. And then I'm going to put one bubble through just to lock it, just like that. Okay, so now we have our hat base and the top. And Carlos, I'm just going to stick that on your head if you don't mind. And so you see this one kind of goes on like that. All right. Now we have two 160s that are green that are fully inflated. And as you can see, this one kind of, when I inflated it, it blew up kind of curly. That's because there's probably just a slight tiny bit more latex on this side, and it just kind of made it curl in. It's not that big of a deal, and I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm just going to go on with what I need to do. And what that is I gave it a good burp, so now I'm going to kind of squeeze some end out of the tail here, out of the nipple end. And I'm going to tie them together, just like that, so that I have a circle. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one right here. Tie that together, just like that. So now I have a circle. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of measure it. I want to measure it to about 2/3 and 1/3. And so what I have is this. It kind of looks like a little Russian nesting doll or something like that. And now I'm just going to squish that and twist that. So now I have 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. Kind of 2/3, 1/3. It's okay if it's not perfect. In nature, things are not symmetrical. So you don't have to freak out if it doesn't come out exactly, right. And we're just going to do that. Okay, so now I have 3 here and 3 here. And I'm going to take them and twist them together, just like this. All right, and now let me borrow your hat, please. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to take these 2 bubbles here, and I'm going to take this kind of flower thing that I made, and I'm just going to wrap those bubbles around the flower, just like this. And so you see, this is kind of giving me my palm tree. Okay, now, what I'm going to do, because I want a little bit more definition to these leaves, is just like we squeezed and twisted down here earlier, now I'm going to do it up here. So I'm going to measure it about 2/3 and 1/3, and I'm going to squeeze and twist the bottom. So you see that gives a nice little shape to our palm frond there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn it upside down to do it because it's just easier. And so I'm going to do this all the way around. Okay, so now what we have is just a palm tree hat. And this on its own is super fun, and you could just do this and have a great time. We'll put that back on in. And let's see, I don't know if you can see it all the way. Can you like put your head, yeah, like slide down a little bit? So there we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, that's right, you don't have to slouch it. I feel so tall up here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the monkey. So to make the monkey, I have a 160 that is not fully inflated. I'm actually probably going to add another 160 for the tail because I'm probably not going to have enough with this. But since I do need to get a few twists into it, I didn't want to inflate it too much. So the first thing is we're going to take a bubble, and we want to make this bubble really soft because we're actually going to put a second twist into it. So we're going to kind of squeeze it and kind of squeeze a little bit of the air out and then twist it. All right, so now we need to control this bubble while we make 2 pinch twists. Okay, so we're going to make 1, 2. And so what I'm going to do, because I want to let go of this, is I'm going to twist those together. Okay, so now we have kind of like a dog with a long nose and short ears. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 little twists here, these 2 little bubbles here, and we're going to go forward with one and backwards with the other so that we wind up with 2 little pinch twists, just like that. Okay, so you see we have like 2 little beans. Okay, and now we're going to take this and we're going to twist it not quite in half, just a little bit larger on one side than the other. And we're going to take this nozzle here and wrap it into the ears just like this. So that kind of gives us like a little monkey face. Okay, and then we're going to take just a small little bubble for the neck. Okay, now here's where it gets tricky. So you see I'm controlling it with my pinky to my palm. And now I'm going to do a chain of, and it's going to be in total 5 bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one is going to match this one, right? So I have 2 little ones here, 1 little one for the neck, and these 2 are going to match. However, before I close this up, I'm actually going to, thank you, just lean over to me here. I'm actually just going to wrap it around the palm tree. So you can see I'm doing this, wrapping the neck, and let's see, there we go. Let me turn that around so you can see that. So I'm wrapping the neck around like this, and so this is going to kind of put the monkey holding onto the palm. And now I'm just going to make a little body, and I'm going to squeeze this out a little bit, and now for the little feet, we're just going to go simple and do the same thing, just kind of wrap it around. We're not putting the 2 extra little ones there though. Okay, and then you see here, I'm just kind of wrapping it around. Now, this is a little bit too small for a tail. I want something a little bit bigger. So I'm actually going to take another balloon and blow it. Sometimes it comes out that you have enough for the tail, and sometimes you don't. So, always plan that you might need more balloons than you think. All right, so I'm just going to take another balloon here and blow it up just a little bit. And I actually want to get a little shape with it here. So what I'm going to do before I even attach it on is I'm just going to take my hand and I'm just going to kind of wrap it around and kind of squeeze as I'm wrapping, just like that. And that's going to give me some shaping. And you see it's going to kind of take on this kind of swirly shape. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of put this down through and around. And the thing is, because I have, with this little bubble, this is our leftover from what was there. Where did my scissors go? There they are. I found them. All right, so because this is kind of holding everything together, I don't want to just like pop it off and get rid of it. So instead what I want to do is I want to put a little tiny hole in it, and I'm going to kind of wrap it around and through again, and then I think I'm actually even going to tie a little knot. So just to make absolutely certain that it's stable, and then I can cut it off after that. Okay, now this piece here I don't want, so that one I can slowly deflate like that, or just pop it. Okay, and now I kind of want to like bring his tail into the leaves a little bit. So I'm going to kind of just like gently put it in there, and now, let's see, can you see what I'm doing here? There we go. And now I'm going to just, I'm just kind of tying this onto this leaf a little bit, and then I'm going to put a little knot in it before I cut the end of it off. So this is not a removable monkey. This monkey is permanently on this palm tree. All right. And so now, Carlos, I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take the hat off your head again. All right, so now I'm just gonna take my Sharpie And we're using a purple Sharpie because I don't know where I put up my black one. And we're just going to give them some little eyes. And there we go. Super cute little monkey in a palm tree hat. So, if you like this, please like the video, leave me a comment, tell me what you think, tell me what you want me to make next, because you know I'm trying to do a video every single week. That's a lot of videos to do, so I need some ideas. And let's just have a conversation. I want to know more about you guys, what you're into, what you want to see. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and pass it on to your friends. You can also join my Facebook group, DIY Balloon Art. So, I will be seeing you next time with another video.